Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of The Long Drive. I've not really got much to say, except there's one thing I've got to mention about I don't have to, but I will mention about the video quality and the actual game itself. So the game actually looks better than this, because what I've recorded is set to a lower quality than, well, indistinguishable or lossless quality on OBS Studio, because I'm trying to make YouTube videos, and I've had to re-record some of my videos when I've been doing the voiceover. Not when I've been doing voiceover. I've just had to re-record them at a lower quality. Not by going back into the game. I literally just record them and then record the recording. But that recording is made at a lower quality, and they upload that. I've had to do that for some of the videos. Well, I've not uploaded them yet, but I've had to redo the stuff because when I set the quality to something like lossless quality, well, I don't set it to lossless, no, I did set it to lossless quality, it uses up a lot of space, which is fine, but there's a big issue when I try to upload the videos. So if I upload a 7 gigabyte video, something like that, it takes me like 2.5 hours, because the upload speed through the Opera browser, I think, is 5 megabits per second. I might be wrong about that, but I think it is. So what happens is, well, it uploads really slowly, so yeah, it takes you 2.5 hours to upload video like that. Now that's one of the lower quality videos. So imagine what happens when I have a high quality video. And some high quality videos were actually originally like 133 gig. In fact, I think I had one that used to be 200 gig. So when I try and upload that, it's going to take a while. So I do it like this. I do it at a lower quality, so like this, instead of being the 80 gig that it would have been, it probably would have been more like 60. It's now like 2 gigabytes, which is great for me. I like that OBS Studio, but yeah, OBS Studio is recording, but should make sure that I'm just going to turn off my mouse so I don't knock it at any point during the video. I think in some of my videos I said a lot of stuff about voiceovers. Now, you probably won't hear a load of that stuff because I'm redoing voiceovers for a couple of my videos, and redoing other things. It's like talking during some of the videos, and that was a really bad idea, and my mic picks up everything from my keyboard. And my keyboard, I got a really loud one. It's like with headset on, I can hear when the keys go. I can't see which headset I'm wearing, so I don't know. But I have my microphone right in front of my keyboard because that's where I like it. I got a small microphone because I don't want a microphone that gets in the way of any part of the screen. But until I get a silent keyboard and even a silent mouse, I can't really well, like with just a silent keyboard, I could do it. I could make videos, and you'd be able to hit my mouse clicks. Or I might just, well, at some point we get a better mic, but the keyboard's really loud, so pretty much any microphone's going to pick that up. So, for most of my videos, at least whenever I'm using a keyboard and mouse for the next year or so, until probably the end of this year, maybe even longer, they're going to be voiceovers. I know you might go, well, it just, you mic sensitivity or something like that. Well, I generally like to talk quietly though. I don't want to push myself out of a comfortable position, which I wouldn't really be doing, but I'd be thinking about it a lot. It's just something that I don't want to do. It's not necessary to do it. It doesn't produce any better content doing it either. So why not just do it my way? Plus, it's quite hard to remember exactly when I've said my own name, because sometimes when I'm gaming I'm not fully focused on what I'm saying, so I go blah 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 blah. My real name is something. My real name, I don't know. But so, oh no, brownie face. I dropped that chocolate bar or something like that. So it's just annoying to have to like stop the video, pull up the OBS or something so I can see what time it's at, and then screenshot it. Not annoying, but just if I forget to do that, like I did with one of my videos, I hadn't even thought about doing that because I've never done it before. So I ended up, what did I end up doing? Oh yes, I ended up not screenshotting it, so I don't know when I said it. Now, anyway, I'm probably should talk about, well, I don't know, I might not. I'm gonna talk about some random stuff, but this one's not so random. At that point where I missed the zombie the second time, I don't know why I mentioned this now, I just planned to mention it before making this, but the first shot was just a bad shot. That's why I didn't kill him. Yeah, it's really bad. And the second one when I saw it, I got a little bit scared because I thought there was a bunny nearby. I think it was because, well, I was thinking about it, and the noises kept popping into my head of the bunnies. Not crazy or anything, it just, like I thought, oh no, there's the bunny. I don't like the cars mixtures. I know that you can pump the normal cars full of just as much oil as you can pump the mixture cars. But then I know you don't need to put oil in the engine in them ones. You basically, overall, you can probably travel a bit more with those ones, but I don't like them because, well, actually, I quite like my Jeep. I did a good job in it. It's got a bunch of space. But yeah, I just would kind of prefer it if the stuff in the tank and stuff in the engine was separate. Later on in this video, I swapped the engine out. I actually swapped it out twice. Swapped it out for a pretty powerful engine and then for a really powerful engine. I didn't go like full on bus engine because like they in the normal cars have a limit of a speed limit. It's like 100 kilometers per hour, or it might be miles per hour. I think it's kilometers. They go up to that speed really, really fast, but the max speed's not that good on them. Oh, I've just thought of driving the Beetles uphill. It's not fun when you get those really steep fudging mountains as well in the long drive, and it's just so slow. They just, yeah. I generally forgot at this bit that doesn't get the rust off, by the way. I knew it before, but I forgot it at that moment. By the way, if you hear any, like, mic cutting out sounds, well, there's no problem with my mic. It's just sometimes, I think once in the first video when I muted it, the first video that I made, it sounded like it was unplugging a mic, because I did this, I muted it multiple times, but just for the first bit, it sounded like the mic had just cut out, or it sounds like a mic unplugging, or even some mics plugging in. It's just a heads up, it's not your mic, it's mine, and I don't think I think it's only ever done it once. It's a good mic. It's a Razer V. I really can't pronounce words properly. And that's, well, that's fine. It's probably not fine, but it's not a bad thing. I'm getting better. And sometimes I just stutter like a normal person does. Stutter like a normal person does. I think I'm probably saying these right, but I know that I've noticed that when I go back through recordings, I tend to be saying things right, but most of the time, not all of the time. But then when I'm making them, I think I'm saying things wrong. I've got the headset on, so I've got my headset on. So I'm probably just mishearing myself a little bit because of that. Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, yes, the microphone I'm using is the Razer V3 Mini. It's a great microphone. I don't think it's not quite perfect. Like it could do maybe picking up a little bit less background noise, but it's alright for me. And of course it's not gonna I don't like those bunnies. Oh, I remember. But oh right, right, the microphone. It's probably not the highest quality microphone that you'll see, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The price is great. The performance is good. However, it's not perfect, because the sound could maybe be a little bit better, but that's like the top level microphones that people use. It's not winning against them, but it's a really good microphone. Of course, you will need to adjust your settings. I think by default in Windows it's set down to 65% on the thing. I've got mine going at 100% there and 100% in OBS Studio. Goodness. I remember thinking that reminded me of Ghasts, and thinking that was like maybe a bunny that was like, oh, I didn't find him. I'm gonna whine now. Which, yeah, that was a bit scary to me. I thought that there could have been a bunny in the house, and it's really hard to see through those windows. Well, it's not hard to see through them, but it's hard to see what's on the other side clearly. And yeah, I thought there was really going to be a bunny near there. I think also when I stuck out the window, I might have been checking for bunnies. Yeah, I really thought there was going to be one near there, maybe in there or near there, because they tend to be able to get through doors and stuff. I just saved it here because I think at some point I heard a car noise actually. I don't know if this was now. I might have just been pausing to go eat something or something like that. And in this bit I was like, let's race away, but then I thought I'm not really that good at that. I was thinking, my pistol might shoot if I do something, or maybe, I don't know what would happen. I'd driven with a gun before. I remember me shooting things, but I think I just clicked the mouse button. And also I generally was shooting things. I think in this part I decided to stay in gear 1 and went up to gear 2 I might have gone up to gear 2 when I was shooting bunnies. I've got the auto shift thing off. Yeah. I went around murdering loads of bunnies. Yeah, I kept myself at a low gear because what I wanted to do was I wanted to be careful when looking for bunnies, and also I want to make sure I could get out that gate properly. it to be kind of, I don't want to go too fast. Just don't want to focus on the driving. I want to be able to not hit the bunnies and maybe shoot them. I think, I don't remember exactly, but I wanted. That was just me checking out I was recording, and I screenshotted that bit because I was going to cut it. I was going to cut it because I went to OBS Studio to see if I was recording. So I took a picture of the time. I screenshotted the time. I don't know why, but multiple things just vanished when I was playing this. Obviously not that bunny, but I did have multiple objects that just went. And also I learned how bad my parking skills are. I wasn't trying to park perfectly here, I was just wanted to park there, but I stopped before that. I turned the engine off and shot the zombie. I think I was trying to go a bit, I might have been trying to go a bit forwards, but I know at other stops I'd turn the car off, put the brakes on, and then gone, oh, I just slowed myself down too much, so now I'm not going to make it to the parking bit unless I turn the engine back on, which isn't a problem, but I didn't want to do it. I think I quite enjoyed my time at that stop. There is a bit of a fun bit near the end. I would have stayed for longer if it didn't happen. Not much longer. Probably like an extra 5 minutes just looking at tyres, swapping them out properly, that sort of stuff. Oh, and there's the engine I swapped round. Or at least, well, the first one, anyway. You know, the experience that I had was, well, before I left, was kind of odd to me. And, well, I'll tell you in a moment. I'll tell you when it happens why this one was odd to me. When it seems like if you played The Long Drive, it happens all the time. But I just... In fact, I'll just say it now. The things that are going, they normally make noise. You normally just go, oh, right, I heard you coming. Didn't hear these guys coming. I think there was 2 of them as well. Not just one. It was dead silent. And just weird 2. And that's why it shocked me so much. Actually, what it just happened now. Was it 2? I don't know. I wasn't looking at the screen. I'm watching YouTube now. I probably will be muting my mic and then eating snacks and stuff. That's what I've been doing throughout all of my voiceovers. was going to say something. I was going to say something like I was quite happy with this engine. It felt nice to have it in there. I wasn't happy with it though. But yeah, it felt nice. I think I'm going to end the videos every 500 kilometers. I think that's what I said as well. I think I did miss a few stops because I just kind of did want to stop a little. Well, I probably missed about 2 stops just because I didn't need any resources at one point, and I did kind of just want to stop it and just take a break, but I wanted to make sure that I'd done a good amount of travelling first.
In this world. I wonder what happened to my wife. I had any wife? Was I a wife?
I started a playthrough before this one. Well, of course I did because I knew how to play the game quite well. But I started one before this one that I started recording, and then I lost the road. Also, I thought I was a bunny. I thought it might have been a bunny. But, yeah, I lost the road. Which turned out fine. It was only like 30 minutes of gameplay. Something like that. I don't know. I think it was actually 23 minutes, but yeah. Something like that. I swear I remember this disappearing. Either that or I'm just a bit stupid. Well, I am a little bit stupid, but yeah, it disappeared. I wasn't mad about it, I just kind of got on with, well, this. Dealt with it. So if I need oil, I can just kind of go to one of them shipwrecks. They're full of oil and diesel. Petrol or gas, whatever you want to call it. Usually they have about one container with it in. It's got like 10 litres of it. 10 to, well, I say 10 litres. It's in between 10 and 30 litres. Of course, I'm not going to go to all of them in this playthrough because I don't want to lose the road when I'm trying to make a YouTube series. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I did go to one of them, I think. I might have gone to one of them, I don't know. During this episode. It doesn't matter, since I can just remember where the road was. But sometimes I can't do that. So. Ooh, really don't like red bunnies. I don't mind the zombies so much. It's just the bunnies creep me out. There's only one. So there's only one complaint that I really have to the game, and it's put gears on the gear stick or on the gearbox, but show me what gear I'm in. But other than that, I don't have any, because if I complain about the AI and stuff, well, it's a small game. It doesn't need well, imagine this, I've only got a small amount of data on my thing, and I want to get a long drive. I can't have it if they've done up a lot of stuff. Yeah, ideally I would have some more boundaries on the AI though, just because I think it's gotten better than it used to be with bunnies going through stuff, but I don't think a bunny should be able to peek his head through a wall. And I think sometimes they can still get into places. But yeah, when I'm on a ship, I don't want to, well, when I'm inside of one of the holes on the ships, I don't want to see a bunny just peek its head through. But it's not that bad anymore. It's kind of like just stay away from the walls and you'll be alright. Whereas before it was like, never leave your car. Even if you don't, you're not safe. It was like that bunny shakes that car like 3 times, or even sometimes 1 time. That's it, you're dead. But now it's like, you're alright. But you have to stay away from the walls because they will get their heads through. And I don't know what happens with doors at the moment. I don't think that they can get through them. If they're partially open, then they can probably get through. But yeah, you'll be fine as long as you stay away from walls, and you're inside a building with properly closed doors, then you'll be alright. You'll hear sounds and they might scare you, but you will live. And also, yes, notice the fully shiny wheel and tyre that's on the inside of the building. Just decided not to get it. Well, I don't know if I noticed it when I was making this. I probably did. I think this might have been the stop I left because of the bully attack. It probably was one of them. I think I left the last one because of the bully attack. And I probably left this one as well, actually. But yeah, I was just happy, relaxing, doing what I was doing. I didn't want to go in the building yet. I put revolvers in different parts of the vehicles because, like say I've just shot a zombie, right? With the last 2 bullets that were in my AK-47 or whatever gun it is. I think it's an AK-47. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. And most games with a machine gun tend to have an AK-47 as the machine gun. But yeah, I put guns in different parts of the cars because if something like that happens and there's 2 bunnies coming after me, I can just grab the gun and shoot bunnies. And of course, with the revolver that's on the back seat, it might be on the front seat at the moment, that's only got 1 bullet in it. So that would be an issue. If something came to fight me, yeah, it'd be a problem. Well, if there was 2 things coming to fight me, it'd be a problem. It would become 1. But they're just there for emergency situations. I probably wouldn't sit on the seat. I don't know. Maybe if I make this sort of multiplayer world or something like that. I don't know if I can. I probably can. Then I'm not going to die if I sat in the back seat and there's a bunny stuff coming in the car. I'm just waiting for my teammates. I don't know ammo or anything like that. By the way, I did notice that rock. The Jeep can generally take rocks, but I didn't end up taking that one that well. But yeah, if I did that, then I'd be able to go, haha, bunny, I'm not gonna die. Oh my goodness, something scared me so much. I think the worst part is they're not quieter when they're like at that distance. They're just as loud. It's either you can hear them and they're really loud, or you can't hear them. Yeah, I'd like to go. Bunnies. My team's getting resources, whatever. I've got no ammunition in my gun. Yeah, just pick it up, go pow. I have removed the back seat at this point. I did it at some point, I think. I might have kept it in. I'm pretty sure in this game you can hold the gun whilst driving when you're turning and changing gears, and it keeps the gun in the same place. Even though in real life you need this different hand. You need two hands to do those things. Yeah, you can do it, and you just end up with 3 hands, I think. Maybe not if you go into third person. Or in first person. In first person you have 3 hands. Just while doing that though, I think. I always found it strange how the revolvers in this game have a weird thing where, well, I don't know if this is how it works in real life or not. I don't think it is. But they don't shoot the bullet that's in the the middle top barrel or hole, whatever the whole thing. I don't know. The middle top, barrel in the magazine. Why isn't that one shot? Why is it the one that's to the right of that? How we've always worked in real life is they shot out the bullet that's in the middle top hole that's in the magazine, but they don't seem to do that in this game. They seem to do it to the one that's on the right of that. But it's the first one that goes on the right to that one. Of that one, whatever you want to say it. I tend to think that there's bunnies coming through the walls. Well, not bunnies coming through the walls, but gonna come through the walls every time that I am looking through one of those ships. I think that the problem with these car videos, the videos of car games that I'm creating, is there's not that much to talk about. Like, what do I talk about? Do I go, I was driving on the road and then I hit a rock and then I flew off the road? You can just see that. Well, you can see lots of things I talk about anyway, but it's just like, that sounds like something stupid to talk about. What was your plan? To survive the apocalypse? I thought, oh, maybe I'll put in a new engine, put in these new parts, put in this, put in that. But it's just a car game. Why would you do anything else but upgrade your car and drive it? Of course, well, there are reasons. Like, I want to run. I want to walk. I want to get mauled down by a rabbit every 10 minutes. So I'm gonna walk. Or a bunny. Called it. But not like bunnies and not. After the aliens got them. At least I think it was aliens, because there's UFOs that have been around the place. I don't think I came into close contact with any during this video. And yeah, that stop I decided to just skip that one. I think that was the first stop I think that I skipped. And then there's the second one somewhere down. Oh, yeah, there's a second one at some point. I think that's it. Yeah, around when I hit like the 466, whatever it is on the speed dial. So it's not miles or kilometers on there, because when you go onto the actual thing, it's onto the menu screen, it's saying you traveled 600 kilometers or 500 kilometers, and the car will say 1,000 or something like that on it. I also don't get why has it got two speedometers. Is it like, oh, you know, if these aren't both the same, then one of them's wrong. It's just a double checking system. then why it's once got space for less numbers than the other one, because if your car is past this point, it's probably not that. It's probably not the speedometer that's going to be braking. It's going to be the engine. In these cars, we don't have a fifth thing on the speedometer, although I'm pretty sure some of these cars used in this game probably did have a fifth thing. Do they have a fifth thing? Well, a sixth thing, I mean. For the 100,000 kilometer mark or 100,000 mile mark. It's fine that they don't have it in the game, but it's just a bit strange. I don't think that all of the cars used in this game were gonna die. Were planned so that they would die before they hit 100,000 miles. They'd be so dead to the point where it was impossible to get there because they didn't put a speedometer that could go that high on the real car. I doubt that they didn't do that. Because I'm not saying anything bad about the creators. It's just strange to me. I'm not trying to say anything bad about the creators. The creators did a great job. It's a fabulous game.
have to get me some food.
A fuss a farag ember, hát így van ez. Az ex-nőkkel tele van a kibaszott zek. Puska. Puskát. A jelentések szerint még a feltehetően a nyulak ellen is.
Maradt igaz magyarokat. Ha ön magyar, vagy annak én...
I started beholding me, thinking me dead, the moaning and groaning and sighing and sobbing, are quieted now, with that horrible throbbing at heart, that horrible, horrible throbbing. The sickness, the nausea, the pitiless pain. Helden. So guten Tag allerseits. Really frustrated. Like, what's up with all the cacti in this world? Why are there so many of them? I just want to, I try to run them over, but as I kill one, there's another one. And there is just, no end to them. Like if I would have a truck or a bus, I would just mow them down and scream while I'm doing it, you know. But these things, they just keep throwing me around and slowing me down. God, I hate them. You know, last week I found a few guns and even a BB gun. I was just shooting at them. Shooting them, screaming, "Hey, you bastards, you are going to die by my hand. You little green bastards." Keep staring at me. Shut up, I swear I can hear them talk. I just hate them. You know what I hate? People telling me what to do, and they love doing that. They want to tell you how to live your life. They want to tell you what you should eat, where you should buy your stuff, what kind of car you should drive, and what kind of a woman you should marry. They want to tell you what kind of shoes you should be wearing, what kind of beer you should be drinking. They want to tell you how to take a crap, how to sleep, how to breathe. They want everyone to do the same thing they do. And when someone comes along and says, "Hey, I do this way, and I think you are doing it the bad way, and you are wrong," and then they get angry. But why? I mean, they are doing the same thing to other people. Why don't they notice this? But hey, I have some good news. Since we are living after the end of the world now, well, these people are all dead. Angry Greg likes people dead. This is Angry Greg Radio. Kids, my man, do I hate kids. I mean, now in the apocalypse, I don't see too many of them, thank God. But geez, I hated them so much back in the normal days. They were loud, they smelled, they were assholes. I mean, admit it. Everyone knows that kids are just tiny little assholes, and shit is flowing out of them constantly. And those parents, dear God, they always said we would overpopulate and all that. And they always say there are way too many people on the earth. But still they produce tons of these tiny assholes. Because hey, they said, I want kids, but other people should not have any because then there will be too many. I just don't get it, my man, I just don't get it. As for me, I like the way things are now. Please, people, keep killing each other. This is the best birth control that...
Well, thank you for watching my video. And, well, when it finishes, goodbye. I'll just say goodbye now, and then just finish playing it and stop. In fact, I'll just stop the recording here. Because all that's going to happen is I'm going to save the game. And then stop the recording. I'll head to the main menu of the game and then stop the recording that I was making that I needed to do a voiceover for. So I'm just going to say goodbye to you now. Goodbye.